Nobody here.
Huh?
There's no kid. There's supposed to be a
All
kid.
right,
There's no kid to scare.
Don't panic.
I'm panicking because there's a total lack of kid here.
Let's just check the schedule.
It's very embarrassing.
Huh?
Let me see. 9 o'clock.
Nope, 9 o'clock.
Great news for Monsters, Inc. fans! Pixar's boss has shared an exciting update that suggests Monsters, Inc. 3 could be in the works. The original Monsters, Inc. from Disney and Pixar introduced us to the lovable duo Sulley and Mike. This led to the prequel Monsters University, which showed how they met in college, and the Disney Plus series Monsters at Work. Given that the franchise has raked in over $1.2 billion from the two films, it's no shocker that Pixar might be gearing up for another theatrical sequel. Peter Docter, Pixar's CCO, chatted with Entertainment Weekly about the future of popular franchises like Inside Out, Toy Story, and of course, Monsters, Inc. He revealed they're on the hunt for ideas for a potential Monsters, Inc. 3, but they haven't quite found the right concept yet. He said, "We're looking at everything, but we haven't really made any small list of films like that." So what's next for Pixar franchises? Pixar has a strong track record with sequels, with its biggest hits, Incredibles 2, Toy Story 3, Toy Story 4, and Finding Dory, all being follow-ups that each made over $1 billion. Pixar president Jim Morris recently mentioned a new approach to balance original films with sequels and spin-offs. The plan is to release 3 movies every 2 years instead of their previous annual schedule. Inside Out 2 has already exceeded box office expectations, raking in over $1.5 billion and securing the top spot on this year's box office charts. This success might push Pixar to focus even more on sequels for the best returns. Given that Monsters University, released 11 years after the original, made more money than the first Monsters, Inc., a third installment would likely be a huge success at the box office. The third installment is already hinted at through the Disney Plus series Monsters at Work. Set after Monsters, Inc., the show tracks Taylor Tuskman, a recent Scare Major grad who gets reassigned to the Monsters, Inc. facilities team during the company's shift from Scream to Laugh Power. Meanwhile, Mike and Sulley are dealing with the challenges of running the factory. Since the series set up the future for the franchise, it remains to be seen if Pixar will bring Sulley and Mike back to the big screen for a third movie. Pixar once had a plan for a Monsters, Inc. sequel with a truly gut-wrenching ending. The proposed film, Monsters, Inc. 2 Lost in Scaradise, would have been Pixar's 4th movie and was set to be an emotional roller coaster. The story would have continued following Sulley and Mike, who worked at Monsters, Inc., a company that powered Monstropolis by scaring human children. In the original film, their views on children changed drastically after a little girl named Boo entered their world, leading them to challenge the belief that children were dangerous. The relationship between Sulley, Mike, and Boo was central to this cancelled sequel. After Monsters, Inc., the Disney Plus series Monsters at Work picks up the story, showing how the company transitions away from scare power. Now let me give you details on the plot for Monsters, Inc. 2 Lost in Scaradise. The sequel was set to pick up over a year after the original film. Sulley, still deeply attached to Boo, was unable to let go, so Mike arranged a visit on Boo's birthday. When they used her door, they were surprised to find an elderly woman in the room, leading them to embark on a quest in the human world to find Boo. They eventually discovered that the doors weren't linked to specific closets, but were gateways to individual people. It turned out that Boo's world experienced time much faster than the monster world, meaning Boo had grown old and was now an elderly woman in a hospital. In a touching yet somber twist, Sulley and Mike would have visited her again before she passed away, and Boo would have recognized Sulley as her old friend. While the emotional reunion could have been powerful, the storyline was considered quite dark for a main Pixar film, which might have made it a tough pill for fans of the original Monsters, Inc. to swallow. It would have been a crazy follow-up for the sweet ending of the first movie. Speaking of crazy, you know what else is crazy? A Pixar theory theory which reveals Monsters, Inc. was a secret Toy Story prequel all along. Monsters, Inc. is well known for its unique premise and characters, but it's also the subject of an intriguing theory that suggests it could be a prequel to the 1995 classic Toy Story. While Pixar is famous for its theories that reinterpret their films, some of these have been confirmed by the creators themselves. The idea that Monsters, Inc. connects to Toy Story is supported by numerous references, Easter eggs, and coincidences shared between the two movies. For example, Monsters, Inc. features subtle nods to Toy Story, and some elements in the film align with the events or characters from the Toy Story universe. This growing body of evidence adds weight to the theory that the two films might be directly related, enhancing how fans view these beloved classics. There are several details and Easter eggs that hint at a connection between Monsters, Inc. and Toy Story, suggesting they might share the same universe. Both movies are Pixar creations and share a similar aesthetic. Pixar often includes references to their other films in their movies, and Monsters, Inc. is no exception. A notable reference occurs in the movie's climax when Sulley returns Boo to her room and prepares to tuck her in. Boo excitedly shows Sulley her favorite toys, which include the Luxo Jr. ball from Toy Story, a Jessie doll from Toy Story 2, and a Nemo plushie from Finding Nemo. While these items alone don't definitely confirm a direct connection between the two movies, they do imply that characters or toy shops from Toy Story might exist in the Monsters, Inc. universe. Boo's choice of toys, rather than just any random toys, hints at a shared world where these items could be common. The inclusion of the Jessie doll in particular subtly nods to another Pixar character and makes you think of the theory. The theory that Boo from Monsters, Inc. could be Emily from Toy Story 2 is interesting, but faces several challenges. Both characters are linked by their possession of a Jessie doll, which fuels speculation. However, Boo and Emily differ significantly in appearance and personality. Boo has black short pigtails, while Emily sports auburn hair in the flashback. Personality-wise, Boo is bubbly and cheerful, whereas Emily is a tomboy in her youth and becomes more serious as an adult. Additionally, Toy Story is set in the mid-90s, while Monsters, Inc. takes place in 2001, making the timeline inconsistent for them to be the same person. Despite these issues, the shared Jessie doll remains a fascinating connection, though the theory lacks substantial evidence. Boo's possible link to Toy Story suggests that monsters and humans once lived together in harmony. According to a popular Pixar theory, monsters and humans coexisted before the events of Monsters, Inc., which makes the idea of Boo and Emily being the same person a bit more plausible. It's even hinted in a DVD special that humans and monsters lived side by side for a time before humans were driven away. This explains how Boo might have ended up with Emily's Jessie doll without them being the same person. Boo could have gotten the Jessie doll through a garage sale, from a family member, or from someone who knew Emily when humans and monsters were still together. While we don't know exactly how the two groups split, it's possible that some personal items were passed along before the separation. Even though this is just a theory, it helps explain why Jessie's doll shows up in both movies despite the different characters. Still, there's more evidence suggesting Boo and Emily are separate individuals. Well, that's it. If you enjoyed diving into these Pixar theories and updates, let us know. Do you think Boo and Emily are the same person, or do you have a different theory about the Monsters, Inc. universe? Hit that like button and subscribe for more movie news and fun discussions. And don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss an update from us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.